Hey gents, I know you guys have been looking for more watches on the channel, and today we are taking a look at MVMT. I just got an email last week from them that they said they changed. You know, they are still the movement, but they are now MVMT. They're beyond watches. So I know that I've called it MVMT in the past, and then people say that it's movement. I'm not really exactly sure what it is today, but I think it goes back and forth. Now, this is going to kick off really at least a year-long part or series on the channel where I will continue to dive into more watches. You guys have asked for watches. I'm very into watches. You know that I always have one on when I do videos. And as part of this, I'll be doing Watch Gang Black unboxings every month, and then I'll use those as a way to dive in a little bit deeper to I guess why you hear bad things about MVMT, why there are so many arguments online, and why it's such a polarizing topic. So today we'll take a look. I have two watches from MVMT, and I've even got, I don't like to look at things in a vacuum. I've got a watch from Daniel Wellington as well. I'll look at this in the next couple of days. I just wanted to get this up and have a look at these. I have a very, you could say that I have a very specific style that I like when it comes to watches. Any watch that I look at, I basically, you know, it's yes or no very easily based on a very minimalist look. So I have a very preferred style of watch when I look at watches, and I just want to talk about MVMT as a company overall and why you may read things one way or another online. So we'll take a look at the first one here. And there is a code, there's a link. They have this program. If you want 15% off of a watch, use my link below. That supports the channel, and then that gets you a little bit of a deal on the watch. So the MVMT watches, I shouldn't say are the worst watches or the cheapest watches out there. These are, I think one of these is 120, one of these is 140. We're looking at the Rosewood and another one of their sort of minimalist watches. But the reason that you read things about MVMT is they're just fashion watches. They're not meant to be these beautiful timepieces that help you learn about horology. They're not the most high quality materials. They are Miyota quartz movements, so they are battery powered watches. But to me, MVMT is a company that is just meant to make great looking fashion watches at an affordable price. You can definitely get watches for cheaper. You can get, Timex weekenders are what, 30, 50 bucks. They're pretty cheap. MVMT, they have similar material builds to like a Timex or some of those other watches, but they look really good. And so MVMT, they're okay watches. It's not like you're getting the highest quality stuff. You're not getting the best movements, but you're getting something that looks really good, and they want you to have just a great experience buying them. Now, they also sometimes pitch, this box is nice. It's not the best watch box, but now as far as their prices go, they are a direct consumer brand. They sell directly online, so they don't sell through wholesale channels, although some of these companies are starting to move into that more. So their prices are pretty good based on, if you were to go into a Nordstrom or a store to go buy a watch, you would pay the markup of the store versus the margin of that being pumped back into the watch here. So pretty okay packaging. We have a little, welcome to the movement. That's really what this is about. This is about a brand that you want to be a part of and you want to join, and that's really what they're selling here in the watch. So if we open this up, this is the Rosewood. I believe this is $140, and to me it is just a gorgeous looking watch. The leather band feels okay, not the highest quality leather. It is a rose gold, so it is not meant to be a pure white gold, which would then be completely fake. Rose gold is it's a style or color that is in right now. They just had rose gold iPhones within the last year or two, and it's not the most garish of rose golds like that one. That one looks like pink. The iPhone looks pink, but MVMT on the leather back here. And this Rosewood is a 42 millimeter watch. Personally, it very much depends on your own wrist size. I think 40 millimeter is my sweet spot. 42 millimeter might be the kind of top end of the watch size that I would wear. So just putting it on, I have pretty small wrists, and this is the excess that's coming off of the strap when I put it on. So I'm wondering what they do to address this. The watch is beautiful. 42 millimeter is definitely the top end of the size of watch that I would be comfortable with wearing on my own wrist. I think anything above, even on most guys, anything above like a 48 millimeter is just way too big. Draws way too much attention to itself. But that's a personal thing. I think watches should be kind of a very minimal statement, a very subtle way to say, you know, I do pay attention to the time and I do pay attention to style and I want to accessorize. So this 42 millimeter, I'm satisfied with it. The other one that I have that I'll open up is a 40 millimeter. This is the multifunction, so it has dual time and it does have stopwatch, date, and everything, and it's all in a very nice kind of clean package, white face with the rose gold on the outside, and it's a very nice subtle rose gold. It won't draw attention to itself. I'm pretty big fan of it. It's, you know, stainless steel on the back, and it's quartz movement, so you would change the watch every 2-3 years. My other Swiss quartz watch that I have, I've changed that every about 2 years. So the Rosewood is really a beautiful watch, and you know, they make this in black, and they've got tons of other styles. They've got the metal link bracelet that you can add. I'm not really into the metal links. I've always liked a nice high quality leather band. But let's open up the other one here. So this is from the 40 millimeter collection. This is the just rose gold and brown. Obviously I do have a very specific style, which is pretty much gold and brown. I like to match my watches to my ring. So this is the rose gold and brown watch from the 40 millimeter collection. I don't have any watches that are a black face, and so I wanted to get something that filled that spot in my wardrobe. This leather band on the rose gold brown is a higher quality padded leather band versus the one on the Rosewood. The Rosewood is just you know, just a very thin leather strap, and so I didn't really catch that on the website. And the Rosewood doesn't say anything about the leather. The rose gold brown has genuine leather on the back. This one even more simple than the Rosewood, just based on the face. This is no date, no time, anything else. I just really like that it's nice and clean. The Rosewood, quite a bit thicker, obviously multifunction, has a little bit more movement on the inside than the rose gold and brown, much more thin and streamlined. I do like that. The fact that this is just overall physically smaller, this is a 40 millimeter versus 42, and it is much thinner, much more subtle, and doesn't draw attention to itself on the wrist. It looks like a slightly different rose gold. Yeah, so the rose gold is slightly different on these, the clasp especially. The Rosewood has a polished rose gold, and the brown gold 40 millimeter has more of a brushed rose gold. But I really like this 40 millimeter. To me, really fits my own wrist. It's nice and thin, nice and small, and I kind of like the black. I prefer the band on this one to the Rosewood, not just because it fits. There's not much excess on here, but I like the dark brown versus this is more of a burnished or a red brown. And that's what this is all about. MVMT is a watch company about good looking fashion watches, not necessarily to bring you into the world of horology. There are definitely Seiko watches and high quality watches that you can get for around the same price that people who are really into horology and fine watches would say qualify as an acceptable watch. This is something that I'm looking to open up more of a dialogue on the channel. I'm not here to tell you that MVMT are good or bad watches. I just want you to understand kind of what you're getting into. And because if you Google for some of this information, it gets pretty deep in the weeds out there. So MVMT, nice fashion watches. They're going to make your wrist look good. It won't earn you brownie points with people who are into fine watches, but it'll make you look like you know how to accessorize and that you care about your look, your appearance, and the time overall, which I think is important. What we've come to is, you know, quartz movements are just as good at keeping time, if not better, than Rolexes with automatic chronographs in there. So really, this is just about having a good looking watch. There you have it, gents. Not sure if I'm done with the studio yet. I do have to sit now because the ceiling's not high enough in order for me to stand. Since you've stuck around this long, you're probably one of my subscribers or people who really likes my channel. If you comment below which watch, the Rosewood or the black brown rose gold watch, I'll do a giveaway of one of these in the next couple of weeks. I'll finish my Stitch Fix giveaway. So first off, jump in and check out my Stitch Fix giveaway if you haven't already. I'm giving away $200 worth of Stitch Fix. But if you want one of these, I bought both of them. I'm only going to wear one. I only need one. Or I really don't need one at all. But I'll do a giveaway. Let me know which one you want, and we'll do a giveaway in a couple of weeks. And I'll open my Daniel Wellington, I'll open up some other ones, but really this is about giving you guys information. You guys have asked for this, and I want to be able to provide. So if you do want to pick up anything from MVMT, use that code. If you know somebody else that's going to buy from MVMT, give them my code so that we can try and get the word out there about the best menswear on the internet and spread the word on the channel. As always, if you have any questions about the company or product, you can comment below or reach out at @_Cavalier on Twitter and Instagram. I've been trying to share more on Instagram to give you a little bit more behind the scenes. Always done with the studio here. And until next time, gents, this is the Cavalier. Oh, the old bamboo, I never want to know the old bamboo. It's happy, no matter when, old bamboo, boom, 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 ba da 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 ba da ba da be da ba da bo, ba da bum 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 ba da bum 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 bum.